Hello, 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 guys. Happy Sunday once more, and welcome to the stream. What have we got in store for you today? Uh, Firstly, I want to do a little bit of fun. I found a quiz online, We Jocks Discover Scotland quiz. So I thought while we were getting everyone coming in, we would have a wee go at a Scottish quiz to find out how much you know about my home country, just for a bit of fun. And then we're going to be having a look at the wonderful Wendy's Facebook page, that's the word, wonderful Wendy's Facebook page, which is linked to in the comments down below. And this is Wendy, that you guys will all know from the chat in here and everything. In fact, nice timing for me. I know it's all different timing for you guys, but just as I said her name, Wendy popped up in the chat for me. Oh, I'm all fancy. Yeah, I was out last night, wasn't drinking, but I'm still suffering. I'm still wearing quite a lot of last night's makeup. I did wash my face, but I don't know, as I get older, I buy less makeup but more quality makeup, and quality just literally means I can't get the blooming stuff off. So I'm mainly in last night's makeup. I'm so tired. I am too old for this. And Sandra, hello there. So good to see you all. Let's get onto this quiz first of all. So I picked this one. It looked a bit of fun, looked interesting. I'll put a link to it so you can check it later. But I thought this is just a little quiz. There's 5 questions and it's all multiple choice, so we can work together and see if we know anything. So let's pop over. This should be us on the screen looking at the quiz. And if there's any other words you need me to explain, then just shout out. So, are you a numpty or an egghead? Guess we'll soon find out. We Jocks Discover Scotland quiz may have you reaching for the whiskey, and maybe that's not such a bad idea. Test your knowledge with some questions about Scotland just for fun. There's 5 questions and they each have 4 possible answers. They won't be too difficult, but they will be varied. So let's see if you can answer them first time. By the word numpty is one of our slang words for someone who's not too bright. Let's have a go and see how well you do. Just dropped my mouse there. Sandra, yeah, I've got a blend, my mum makes it now, a blend of coconut oil and Epsom salts to get makeup off, and it gets most of it off, but because I was wearing false eyelashes, the latex takes a bit to come out of my eyeballs, basically. But yes, oil's the best way to get makeups off. Right, so question 1. There's four possible answers. So, who is the patron saint of Scotland? And the 4 answers: A. St. Peter, B. St. Mungo, C. St. Andrew, or D. St. John. I'm kind of intrigued to hear what everyone actually thinks, what everyone knows about my little country. So we'll just try these. Like I say, it's just five questions, so just have a guess. A to D, and I will enjoy my coffee because boy, I need it. I honestly, I think I would be better off just drinking when I go out because I don't feel any better for not drinking. And yeah, I just check, do you guys have in your country the term the walk of shame? Because I feel wearing my makeup the next day, I'll be honest, I've got most of it off. I just topped up some extra makeup. And it's because I've just dyed the locks, so they're a little bit darker. So I have to put darker makeup on to not look dead, basically. But do you have the term the walk of shame? Because that's what I feel like if I've wearing yesterday's makeup. Okay, so Wendy's going with D. St. John. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more answers? And then I'll hit the button. We have the chance. Oh, Sandra, no idea as well. So that is. Wendy knows what I mean by the walk of shame, right? Okay, so Wendy's gone with St. John. Let's see what the quiz thinks of her answer. I know the answer to some of these at least, but let's hit St. John. Hi, Rosanny, how are you doing? So sorry, wrong answer. You have to go back and try again. What chance will you have when the questions get more difficult? So let's have one more go, and then I'll help you out with this. So who is the patron saint of Scotland? We know it's not D, St John, so we've got St Peter, St Mungo, and St Andrew. Right, more coffee. I should have a little timer go tick, 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 tick. So good. Any more ideas? A, B, or C? Because we know that D is not right. I'm hitting my computer. And I can actually help you out that I believe B, St Mungo is the saint of Glasgow rather than Scotland itself. So A or C? Any more for any more? What's your ideas before I click on them? A or C? Someone make a someone make a countdown type noise, but we won't be able to hear you because I'm the only one on the mic. So let's go with 5, 4, 3, 2, last chance, 1. Nobody got any ideas, so let's have a look. I can tell you that the patron saint of Scotland is actually St Andrew. Well, look at that. That's the right answer. So congratulations. Now, was that a fluke? Let's see how you do with the rest of the questions. Big Pose K9, good morning from California, and yes, correct, C, and Sandra's right with Andrew as well. Oh, Rosanne, can't see the screen on your phone. Oh, well, I will read them all. I'm reading everything out as well, but yeah, I suppose it will have shrunk up way too little on a phone, but I'll read everything out. And Wendy went with A again. Sorry, Wendy, you're wrong. St Andrew's the patron saint of Scotland, and is actually, for those of you know what our flag is, it's a blue flag with the white cross on it, and the white cross is St Andrew's cross, and I can tell you more about that later, but let's get on to question 2. Okay, glad to see you made it past the first question. I hope you answered correctly on your first attempt. If not, you're going to struggle because they get a bit harder now. So the next question is about Scottish history. So if you're Scottish, hope you attended your history classes. If you're not Scottish, I hope you read up on them. Okay, so this one's a little more tricky. What year was the Battle of Bannockburn? A, 1314, B, 1692, C, 1707, and D, 1745. Mum, it wouldn't be unfair for you to answer. Just, you can answer as well, but maybe leave it a couple of seconds later so that everyone else gets a shot first. Okay, so history dates. I suck at history dates anyway, so everyone just pick a number between A and D and we'll see. Because actually it's kind of a guess for me. So Sandra's going for 1692, which is B. Mum's got them. I'm not proper sure on this one. Rosanne's gone for A. Any more for any more? Because now we've got a split answer, so I don't know what to click for. Wendy's copying Rosanne and has gone for A, 1314. Big Pose K9, gone for B. Oh, split vote. Which way shall I go? Shall I go A or B? What shall I click upon? So, Mum, have you got any answer here? Come on, help us break the tie. I actually went to school in England, so we didn't get a lot of this history, but I've read up on it since. Come on, we need a tiebreaker. Shall we go A or B? Because we've got 2 for B and 2 for A. Who's going to be right? So Mum's saying A. So we've got 3 for A and 2 for B. Let's go for A first of all. And that is the correct answer. Well done. I actually thought it was B. Okay, so I'm doing rubbish, but Rosanne, Wendy and Mum are right on this one. And keep a note of how many you get right. So that's the correct answer. Are you an egghead, a history buff? Were you always this boring? We'll find out soon, won't we? I quite like the little humour in this one, so let's try question 3. So far so good, with 2 questions correct. Don't be getting too complacent now. There's still a wee bit to go. We'll be staying with a history for the 3rd question. If you've read a wee bit about our history, this shouldn't pose a problem for you. This one's about famous Scots. So who said every man dies but not every man really lives? A. Robert the Bruce, B. Rob Roy McGregor, C. Bonnie Prince Charlie, or D. William Wallace. So now I think Mum should get this one. Hopefully, well, she got the last one and I didn't. So yay, Rosannie, Mum, and Wendy who got that one. So A, B, C, or D on every man dies but not every man really lives. And just as an aside, because I'm drinking my coffee with the hazelnut syrup in it, Mum, I got us some extra hazelnut syrup that I'll bring up at Christmas. Because the really weird thing, Mum's just lives further north from me. She's about 3 hours north from me. But on eBay and stuff where you buy stuff, quite often we can't get it shipped to her where we can get it shipped to me, which is really bad because we're all on the same postal service and it really shouldn't make a difference. Meet me at midnight. Hello there, welcome to the stream, good to see you. So we've got Sandra with D, Rosannie with D, Wendy with C, and Mum with a can only be one person. But so far we've got 2 for D and 1 for C. So I'll give you a couple of seconds more to decide on your answer, and then we'll figure out. But it's looking William Wallacey just now. Actually, with Mum's can only be one person, it should be Highlander. It should be MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, if anyone knows my reference there, or I'm just ridiculously old. Any more for any more? We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the answer we're going for is D, William Wallace. And we've got it right again. Hey, we're doing. I'll borrow you guys for a pub quiz. Meet me at midnight. Slap the like button. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Okay, so we got this one right. Don't get too smug now. There's still 2 questions to go. Can't wait to see how clever you are on the next 2. Let's see how we do with this. Well, you're certainly getting there. I wonder if you've guessed your way this far or you're really a bit of a brain box. Let's see how well you do with the last 2. The next question's about Scottish places, so I hope your geography's up to scratch. Rosannie, you're rocking this, girl. Where am I? I'm in the place where our most famous poet, Robert Burns, once lived. I've just been to the Museum of Scotland devoted to history of cycling, and I'm about to visit Claverrock Castle. I think I said that right. I don't think I know Claverrock Castle. Am I in A, Edinburgh, B, Dumfries, C, Paisley, or D, Aberdeen? So place your guesses, folks. And I'm guessing Mum's guess won't be a guess because she's a swat. But the rest of you, let us know where you think you are. I swear I think I drink more lipstick than I actually end up wearing. It just comes off on coffee. So guys, any guesses? Robert Burns once lived here. There's a museum in Scotland devoted to cycling, and Claverrock Castle. Sandra's gone with C, Paisley. Actually, Paisley is where I am right at this minute. I'm not going to give anything away, but I live in Paisley. Which probably means I've kind of given something away, or at least I might know part of the answer. Any more for any more? What's your guesses? Wendy's gone for D, Aberdeen. Meet me at midnight. We've got D, Aberdeen, so that's 2 for Aberdeen, 1 for Paisley. Any more for any more people? Mum, you can vote now. Now we've got a few votes in, so people aren't copying you. Oh, that's another one for Aberdeen, 3 for Aberdeen. Any more for any more before we jump on the answer? And hi there, Judy, as well. I think you've just joined the stream. Any more for any more, or are we going for Aberdeen? Give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And oh, Mum says A, Edinburgh, and Rosannie says Paisley. So we still have a consensus on Aberdeen. So let's try that for just now. Answer D. What on earth are you drinking? I'd stick to the coffee if I was you. Your sense of direction leaves a lot to be desired. Don't venture out the house. Stay indoors and try and find the kitchen and put a kettle on and come back and try again. I think we have to go back to question 4. So it's not Aberdeen. I knew that. It's one of the few things I did know. Right, so is it A, B, or C? So well, we need Wendy, Meet Me at Midnight, and Judy to pick somewhere different. But we've still got, where did we say? Sandra and Rosanny have gone for Paisley, hiccups, and my mum's gone for Edinburgh. Wendy, that sounds about right. Well, these are just guesses. I didn't actually know this one. I'll be honest. I didn't know this one, but I knew where it couldn't be, so I kind of... a process of elimination. And I know for definite it's not Paisley. I live in Paisley, so it's not Paisley. So we've got a couple for Edinburgh and nobody for Dumfries. So let's... oh, Judy, just as I say it, Judy says Dumfries. So, well, it's definitely not Paisley, because I'm in Paisley. And I would be very embarrassed if I hadn't heard of Claverrock Castle, or even know how to pronounce it. So, Edinburgh or Dumfries? Well, we've got more for Edinburgh. Let's try here. Shockaroonie! Your geography is dreadful. Okay, maybe you don't know the country too well, or maybe you haven't travelled too much. Either way, it's still the wrong answer. So, guys, we've only got one right. I think that was Judy on Dumfries. Okay, you're brilliant. Or was that just a lucky guess? Never mind. At least you can get past this one, and now we can wait to see what the next question throws up. Well, let's see. So, I believe this is the final question. Okay, Smarty Pants, you're at the final hurdle, so we'll have to think very, very carefully and try and outwit you. I wish I knew how many questions you had to go back on. If you've had a clean sweep so far, we haven't. Well done. Never mind. The last question could be a wee bit tricky for you if you're not from Scotland, so I'll go easy on you if you get it wrong. If you're Scottish and get it wrong, there's no excuse. So, Mum, you've got to get this right. You should be banned from the Royal Mile. You should be banned from the Royal Mile, the Scottish Highlands, the Borders, every pub in Scotland, and the Barras. Okay, here we go with question 5. Who am I? During my lifetime, I spent all my years in the city. My statue is there, just outside the bar that was named after me, and the people come from all over to see it. I used to like nothing better than the sound of the 1 o'clock gun coming from Edinburgh Castle. Am I John Logie Baird, Greyfriars Bobby, James Watt, or Andrew Carnegie? I like this. This is a good question. Right. So, during my lifetime, I spent all of my years in the city. My statue is there, just outside the bar that was named after me, and people come from all over to see it. I used to like nothing better than the sound of the 1 o'clock gun coming from Edinburgh Castle. So, anybody guessing for this one? A, B, C, or D? I'll get through some more of my coffee and then we can let us know. So, Sandra's gone for James Watt. Mum, you're quite right. There is only one this one can be. I definitely know this one. Meet Me at Midnight, B, good pup. Somebody knows their stuff. Judy, D. And this is one, if you don't know the history of this, you absolutely have to look it up. But yeah, we'll wait for some more answers. What we've got A, B, no, sorry, where did it start? We've got a C, B, D, and a B. Marion's gone B as well. Awesome. So we've got a good few answers coming in. I think everybody that knows it, you know, you'll just, as soon as you get it, it's like, oh yeah. Rosanny's gone with a B and a question mark. So a couple more answers and then I'll be able to Megan, hi there, how you doing? A couple more answers, then we'll be able to reveal the answer. But yeah, what have we got? 1 for C, 3 for B, and 1 for D. And nobody for John Logie Baird yet. Any more for any more, and then we'll visit the answer soon. Good coffee. I'm losing the ability to speak. I know I say this every time, but yeah, so bad today. Okay. I will give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we are going with Greyfriars Bobby. I hope he's got a picture. Yay! Ta-tam! Fan-dabby-dozy! Go on yourself, Wian. If anyone knows what I just said there, I know what I said. My mum knows what I said. But fantastic, you're correct. So if anyone doesn't know the history of Greyfriars Bobby, and as Meet Me at Midnight says, good pup. It's a wee dog, and there's the Greyfriars pub and the Greyfriars churchyard and everything, and there's a little statue of the dog there, and he is absolutely adorable, and everyone wants to go and pat him, and his little nose is wearing away from people rubbing his nose. Marion's just listening to Greyfriars Bobby drama on the radio. Oh wow, that's so random and pretty cool. And yep, you're right, it's B. Okay, so don't go patting yourself on the back and clicking your heels just yet. This is where you have to be honest. And me, of course. How many questions did you have to go back on set? How many questions did you get wrong? See if you guys remember how many you got wrong. Yeah, guys, you all have to... Right, I'll come back to my face while I search. You guys count out how many questions you think you got wrong. And I will... Greyfriars Bobby. There's been a film about it and everything. It is quite adorable. Images. I'll pull him up while we count. So here he is. Yeah, it should be on the screen. This is the little statue, and you can see Bobby's bar behind him, and there's the little statue of the dog, and there's his wee nose being damaged from people stroking his nose. Judy, if I told you we're from New Scotland, would you know where I am? I know Nova Scotia. Is that what you mean? Which is New Scotland? Am I right, or is there a different New Scotland? What did we get? Wendy had to go back on all of them. I thought no, you got one right. You definitely got one right. Sandra only got one right. Meet Me at Midnight got one right and one wrong, but only came in on the last 2 questions, so that's 50%. Yeah, Judy, he is utterly adorable, and it's such a lovely story. You have to. I'm not going to spoil it. You can all go and look into it. Right. Let's see what that says. So how many did you have to have more than one try on, or how many did you get wrong? So none. You're a true egghead with 100% score. And yeah, none of us got none. 1, a commendable 80%. 2, above average 60%. 3, below average 40%. And 4, a very poor 20%. And if you had to go back on all 5, I love this, 0%. You're a true numpty and should go back to school, but in your condition it might be better to stay at home and do some studying. When you're stable enough to venture out again. Never ever go near the Barras. It's the shopping place in Glasgow. Okay, that was awesome. Thank you guys for joining in with that. I thought that would just be a fun way to start the stream instead of sitting around going, is everybody here yet? Shall we go to Wendy's Facebook page? Right, just checking the chat. Yeah, Nova Scotia, yes, I do know Nova Scotia. Yeah, New Scotland, you just had me. I was going like, is that in South Africa? Is that in Australia or something? But Nova Scotia. Megan, yeah, the Greyfriars Bobby, was it a Disney film? I remember watching it years ago. It must have been Disney. All films were Disney films. Judy, it's not where you are, but it's where you're from. Cool. Rosanny doesn't know how many she missed. And Jackie learned about the dog on Blue Peter many moons ago. Yeah, I learned about so much on Blue Peter. It was so cool. Judy, St. Andrew, and Rosanny enjoyed that. That's cool. Thank you, guys. That was good fun. I just randomly thought I'd look for a wee quiz to get us all warmed up. But we are heading over, and what am I pinging at? Yeah, we are just about to head over to Wendy's Facebook page. Meet me at midnight loves anything Scottish. Well, here we are. I is Scottish. I try and throw up in some of the live streams. Will throw up pictures of things, of places I've been. But the weather's been a bit rubbish, and I've been working super hard. So we had a wee Scottish quiz for you, and now we're gonna head over to Wendy's Facebook page. Kind of surprised her with this because I have in Pam Duthie's Felting Friends on Facebook. We have the little group, and if anyone's wanting me to have a look at their Facebook pages, we've got a thread on there. For you to put up your Facebook pages, and we can all have a look. So it's Wendy's turn. There is a link in the comments below. If you want to go and have a look. She is Purple Frog Treasuries Handmade with Love. Megan saw another version, but not as heartfelt as Disney. Oh, Disney does the heartstrings the best, for sure. And all Wendy knows from Scotland came from Outlander. Okay, yeah, that. Well, there's some good landscape in it, but we're not all kind of time-travelling witches. Well, Mum's a bit of a witch, but we're not all time-travelling witches. Right. On to Wendy's page, which starts with this fabulous owl. I still have to, a couple of weeks ago, when I was going through all the keywords in eRank, finding out what the best keywords were for needle felting, it kept coming up. Needle felted owl looks like a really good keyword, so I have to make a needle felted owl at one stage. But I don't think I'm going to be able to beat Wendy's. I think that is really cool. It's the fluffy feet. I look, owl's feet are just awesome. Let's check the chat. Outlanders, very Scottish history and romantic. I enjoyed the first half of the first series, and then I kind of drifted away from Outlander. I might have to go back to it. Sandra, good to see you, and thanks for stopping by for a wee bit. That was awesome. Thank you, and see you next time. All right, let's pop through Wendy's, and she's on to Christmas things now. I don't think I've ever actually made a Santa yet. I so have to do that. That's the back of Santa in his sleigh with all his presents at his bum, I think. And with Rudolph in the front. Rudolph's got to do all the work. Wendy, you've got to do all the other reindeer. No, that's very awesome reindeer and Santa and sleigh, and what a lot of work you've put in there. That's very awesome. And the front, oh, he's got a hand up, he's waving and saying his yo-ho ho. Judy 1707. I am guessing Judy's at the start of the stream, so I'm not ignoring you, Judy. And Megan loves Outlander. Lots of gifted women in my family. We found out through my DNA I'm more Scottish than Irish. I don't even know how good the DNA things are, because really on this island we are so muddled up. We've had so many invasions and takeovers and all sorts of things. So I don't know how sort of ethnic we are, but you can be Scottish. You're Scottish. I'll let you join us. Wendy, it's a strong Rudolph. Rudolph, he's doing all the work. Fair enough. He's a very awesome Rudolph. I've made a few reindeer, but I've never made a Rudolph, strangely. Did I make a Rudolph? I might have made a Rudolph many years ago, but never a Santa. And is this the back of a fairy, I'm guessing? Starting with the back of things, just to tease us, and I'm loving the feathers. That looks very good. I want to see the rest now. I want to see the front. Oh, it's another one of your ladies, like your mum, wise woman, witchy thing. Sounds good. Yeah, but I'll adopt anyone who wants to be Scottish. This is the thing, we're not bothered. Just so long as you're decent people and you want to be Scottish, anyone can be Scottish. Wendy, you've got such a knack for faces. I think they have a lovely charm. Meet me at midnight. Yes, absolutely. Wendy's a needle felter with the rest of us. So this is her. Well, not the rest. We're not all needle felters, but Wendy's a needle felter. So these are needle felted with feathers and lots of great additions as well. Do you shade? Is that shaded with chalk or do you felt the shading? Angel cuteness indeed, Rosanne. Yes, your shading is perfection. It's really nice. It took me forever to figure out shading until I started to use chalk and stuff. But I used to try and felt it in and wonder why people had such a beautiful smooth graduation. And then I realised they weren't felting it, they were shading it later. Oh wow, she is amazing. And the fingers and yeah, what a load of work. And I love her shawl as well. That is so cool. Great job. Wendy, they don't all look the same. You can tell your dad off. They don't all look the same, but they all have your stamp on them. So I can tell, you can look at them and go, yep, that's one of Wendy's, but they don't all look the same. And I think she's lovely, so much detail. It's makeup, yeah. It does seem to work the best. And actually, you can buy makeup with loads of good colours, so much cheaper than all artist stuff. Rosanne, yeah, the faces are great. So Wendy, you can tell your dad he knows nothing. We've all decided. And meet me at midnight. Yeah, they're beautiful. It's lovely work. And the Santas. I love your Santas, Wendy. I said this before. More coffee. I said this before when you posted them up in the group. The face of your Santa is so like the Ghost of Christmas Present from the Muppets Christmas Carol, and I love him. I can hear his big booming laugh. I think you've got him great. And the nose as well. I'm rubbish at doing noses, but I think his is great. His big nose and then his cheeks and everything. A certain spirituality. Yes, yeah, Roseanne, that's lovely. Yes. A snow penguin, a snowy penguin. He's cute. That made me laugh. And I like the way, I don't know whether that's deliberate or accidental, but I like the way you've got the light so his face is just all lit up. That's really cool. Meet me at midnight. Is this some kind of witchy chant? I've never heard that before. Weave and mend, gather the colours safe within the sacred circle, sisters. Santa's too cute. Big Paws Canine. The owl is utterly adorable. I have to get on with making owls. And Megan, the Santa is completely the Muppets guy. It's so brilliant. It makes me smile every time I see it, especially to remember the film. Actually, that reminds me. This time last year, there's a little pub in Glasgow that puts on movies. I think it's twice a month. They just put up a little screen and film movies. And this time last year they put on the Muppets Christmas Carol, and it was awesome fun. All these adults sitting in the pub and they do like a meal and everything, and just sort of clear the tables into a line so we can all see the film. And it was the Muppets Christmas Carol. And my friend who I go and see loads of movies with and everything, bless her, Shona, I'm sorry if you're listening, but we went along, we're having a great time, but she'd never seen it before. And then just when it got really quiet, and you'll know the bit with Tiny Tim and everything, she let out such the loudest wee sob that everyone killed themselves laughing, because we all knew it was coming, so hardened hearts there, but she was like, ah. And I shouldn't be mean, but it was so funny. Thank you, Big Paws. Oh, here's Santa again. Santa with a curly beard this time. Now that we know how to make curls, it makes projects like this so much more fun. So when I was buying curls, they were so precious. I was like, you had to pick through bags of when you buy locks, and it sounds wonderful. It's the curls from the sheep, but I would have to spend forever picking through a bag to find actually nice curls. But now we can make them ourselves, so you can get fantastic curls. And curly bearded Santa is awesome. Meet Me at Midnight, it really was, and they're doing lots of different like older classic films, because she took me out there for my birthday and we saw The Princess Bride, which was so much fun. It's great just seeing them with it's only like a small, like a function room in a bar. It's really small. I don't know how many people they fit in it, but it's so cozy and so sweet. I think it's a great idea too. Oh, Megan grew up with that. Your 3-year-old now loves it. Oh, made your day. Jackie, absolutely. His features are so awesome. Rosanni, yes, I put right. We've got, what was it? November was Gnome-vember. Can't speak. Gnome-vember, where everyone was making gnomes and things. And I set Rosanni on thinking up puns for other times of the year. So December, that is so perfect because it's Santa time. So yes, December, the time to be making bearded creatures, because there's also, how do you say, the little troll thing, little gnomey troll things. I think they're tomtons. I'm making up rubbish. But those little things, so cute with their big beards. So December, we've got it, Rosanni, nice one. Oh, Wendy, you had a friend sent you a bag of mohair locks. Fabs. A grab bag, you don't know what kind the wool was. Yeah, well, no, if you get good locks, I just found the picked through good locks just cost so much, so I would try and save money buying the cheaper bags, and it was just so much rubbish. Princess Bride, love it. As you wish. Yeah. Yeah, I've been going like the entire year since seeing that again. I've been just quoting The Princess Bride for just about every situation. I love the film. Tomty, is that how you say it, Jackie? Tomty, yeah. But yeah, we know what I'm talking about at least. I never knew until about a day ago that's what those things were called, and then I forgot what the word was. Little elf shoes. Is that from the Seraphina's tutorial? Totally love that tutorial. I haven't made them yet, but they make such the cutest shoes. I might try and make some. They would be kind of cool to like stuff with sweeties and things for like a little gift thing, but they are so cute, and you did a great job. I love the little ribbon and the fluffiness inside. They are so cool. Tomty Scandinavian ones are so much fun. Yeah, is it a kind of Scandinavian thing? They are so cute. We really should get on and make some of those. I just never wanted to do all these kind of things because there's so many people that have great tutorials for them. But maybe what we should do one of the weeks is pick somebody's great tutorial and ask them permission if we can work through it, do a felt along to make one of these little things for December. That sounds cool. Yeah, so everyone who wants to do the shoes, you want to have a search for Seraphina. Well, search for needle felting on YouTube and she'll come up because she's the queen of needle felting, and she's got a tutorial. I was going to say a recipe. She's got a tutorial for making these little gnome shoes, which are so cute. Little elf shoes, I suppose we'd call it. Super cute and warm for the fingers. Finger shoes. Awesome. Right, how do I next? Oh, another Santa with a groomed beard. But again, see, you're so good at this face. That is so cool. Anyone want a peanut? Princess Bride. My husband never saw it until we were married, and he thought it was going to be dumb. He loves it now. Yeah, Megan, and I know what you mean. You kind of, it doesn't look like it should be good, and it has dated, but it's dated well. I mean, it's terrible, but oh, I loved it. I think I watched it like in the early 90s, and then I hadn't seen it again until the beginning of this year, and I loved it all over again. Awesome films. Everyone watch The Princess Bride. Baldwin Leatherworks. Yeah, the little elf shoes are so cute. I'm gonna have to have a go at making some of them. I watched the video, I just never got around to making it. Oh, Judy, I think you're a little bit behind with the live stream. I do that myself all the time. You click to go back, and then suddenly the chat and what the person's saying and what you're seeing don't all match up. That's the only problem with live streams. Excuse me. Whereas Annie, I know a little video clip. I can just see those like little shoes. I could have far too much fun doing that. Oh, I think yeah, we're going more Halloweeny now. This is up my street as well. Some goblin-y, witchy creature. She's great. And a little Hessian sack. Is that to trap her in so she doesn't do bad things? But that's great. And I love the teeth. Why do we all know what teeth are? Why do I actually have to point like that? I'm sure everybody here is aware of what teeth are. But what did you make the teeth out of, Wendy? They look awesome. I don't think they're felted. I can't see. But I don't think they are. But her face is awesome. You're fantastic at faces. Judy thought she was caught in a time warp. Well, if you're caught in a time warp, you just need to jump to the left. Sorry, couldn't resist that one. But I know I've done that on too many live streams in the past, Judy, and you're typing away answers to things, and everyone else's answers are to something totally different, and you're like, what's going on? Oh, Wendy, the teeth are wool. I couldn't see. Well, fantastic job. That must have been fiddly. Felted full-size slippers like the witch and elf shoes would be adorable. Yeah, Baldwin Leatherworks. I don't want to call you Baldwin. I'm sorry. I know people that do make them, but at that kind of size, you really have to wet felt them, which is similar but different. I was never any good at wet felting. I tried to do the cat cave things that people there's tutorials for making cat caves that are like big felted dens for your cat, and I tried to make one, and I ended up, it might be the right size for a very small bird, and it looked a bit like a poo. It wasn't the beautiful caves for cats, but no, I made a bird poo. So I'm not very good at wet felting. But yeah, if people who are good at wet felting, you can do the slippers like that. Or right, let's go to my face. Mum, do you have the slippers back in your shop? Let's see if I can find these things. But Mum made some really cool knitted slippers. I'll see if I can find them, and they were so cool. Bewley Ben. And I bet you she's taken them out of her shop. Judy, it would take so much fibre. Judy's back in the room. And Wendy, good morning to you. Afternoon. Yeah, it's still afternoon here. Right, Mum, I bet you've taken those slippers off now that I'm talking about them. Oh, so annoying. Right. So I'm trying to search in my mum's Etsy shop to find these slippers because they are so cool and so warm. I've got a pair myself which are upstairs somewhere that I should be wearing them because it's November. It's almost Decembered. Oh no, she doesn't have them back in her shop, so there's no point me looking. Let's get back to. Ooh, wrong button. Let's get back to Wendy. Yeah, so Mum knitted and they're knitted like elf slippery things, and they're so cool, but. Right, I'll tell you the tale because it's just between us guys. But we were at the craft fair that I showed in a video a few weeks ago, but this was years ago, and there was a place selling the patterns to make slippers like these, and Mum knits and she adapts patterns and she does loads of things. So she bought these patterns and she had to go out knitting them, and she made them for me and everything, and then she totally adapted them into all different sizes and made them all slightly different and everything. And she started selling them in her shop, and she got so much grief from the person that made the original pattern, saying it was totally copyrighted and she couldn't sell them and stuff. And that is not the case. A knitting pattern, you can knit something from a knitting pattern and sell the knitted product. But anyway, Mum had totally changed them. She'd done different things. She puts like grippy rubbery stuff on the bottom, and yeah, they're totally not the same things. They were just inspired by them, but this woman's been hounding her. But Mum, you should totally put them back in the shop because they're awesome little slippers. Magdalena's made it here. Awesome. Meet me at midnight. Hang on, let's get me Mum's shop. She has 2 shops. I made her open a second shop, but her knitwear shop's here. If you want to go and have a look at it. Very awesome knitwear stuff. So yeah, if you want to check her out and hopefully get those slippers up, because they're your work, not her work. And Judy, yeah, it's so sad and greedy. I have videos on, and I always say, if we're using someone else's work, we can't sell it. But something like knitting is different because it's a manufacturing. I mean, Mum's even different because then she's going on and she's making her own patterns. But if you're making something like a knitting pattern, the pattern is copyright. You can't go and sell the pattern, but the things you create from it aren't. So yeah, that's just annoying. And yeah, Baldwin, it's just bullying, because I think someone makes the pattern and makes money off selling the pattern, and then they want to not have anyone make them. It seems weird. Megan has worked on wet felting. My daughter's still waiting for slippers and she won't get. Wet felting is hard. Can do a flower, but anything else, nope. I'm going to learn crocheting. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Wet felting, because you use so much more fibres than you think, and then when it all gets wet, these people that do it, they must be butch. They must be pretty strong, because trying to do my tiny bird poo, that took so much work and effort. It's hard work for sure. Oh, Mum doesn't want to be bullied again. Oh, it's a shame because they're so cool and don't like letting bullies win. But I understand. Oh, crochet. Megan, for learning crocheting because you're left-handed, you had to get special books, which are more expensive. Yeah, but then again, that's something, if you learn to do it and you do it well, then you can teach other left-handed people how to crochet, because that is a big deal, isn't it? Like people who, you know, there's a market that you're finding that people need to learn these things, because people love crocheting, and I never even thought of that. But yeah, it is different if you're left-handed. I'm talking with my hands again. Magdalena, yep, Mum is talented. Thank you. I agree. She's been knitting forever and she's got really cool stuff. Judy, people only come in one basic design. That's true. Wendy put her last Santa in the group. Oh, awesome. Right, let's see if I can. What am I on? Get my face up. See if I can get it again. I go to my face first when I'm searching for things in case. Oh wow, he's great. Just in case something that copyrighted or something else pops up while I'm searching for things. But here's Wendy's Last Santa, and oh my goodness, he is amazing. I was gonna say, have you done something different with the hands? They looked almost plastic, but I can see they're wrapped, they're felted, but they're just, you are getting so good at that, girl. They are awesome. And he's got his glasses. Love it. And a candy cane walking stick. Great job. He is fantastic. Magdalena, my mum's shop is Bewley Ben, and she also has Serendipity Scotland, but Bewley Ben is here. Back to full face. Wendy, your Santa is awesome. Right, get back to Bewley Ben. Yeah, Megan, that's a great thing to aim for, to be able to teach others when you get the hang of it. Yeah, so here's my mum's shop, her knitwear shop with great stuff. So, and funny the things that do well. Well, not funny, but you know, she's doing all sorts of knitwear, and then started with these tea sets, and they have done so well. They're so popular. And oh, these hats as well. I've got one of them somewhere. It's a ponytail hat, so you can pull your ponytail through your hat and still have your head warm, which is great because that's what annoys me about hats, is pinning my hair down to my head. So these are cool. Wendy, you told your mum to sell her knitted things or a quilt, but she won't because she just doesn't know how to sell. Oh, I totally understand. It's a big learning curve. It really is, and it's hard to make a living off of knitting. Definitely. Yeah, mum's other shop, Scottish Serendipity, and the tea sets are so cool. Wendy says the hands are wrapped, then thinned out paper pole so they don't fray. Ah, yeah, awesome idea, and that's why why it was looking a little plasticky, which is awesome. They don't fray as you work, but are still feltable. Genius idea. Meet Me at Midnight. There's an American Saigo series called Firefly. Oh, I know Firefly. One of the Butch male characters' mum knitted him a Vastly hat, and I would love for myself and a friend might be able to order a few from her. Yeah, sure. If you can find pictures of it, I'm sure she'll have a go. I can't think of. I've watched Firefly. I love Firefly. I can't think of a hat. Sci-fi and ghastly. Right. Back to Wendy and her. Oh, that's the same, but I don't. See, using light here, I'm loving the shadows in that to make it look more spooky. Genius idea for Halloweeny stuff. Yeah, love it. Why have I not seen the ghost before? That is brilliant. Wendy, I love that. And again, using the light to make it spooky. But it's great because it's one of your faces. We can tell it's your kind of faces, which is great. And then also, I've never seen a ghost done like that before. I love it. Wendy, great job. That is so cool. And these little blue eyes, I don't know why, that just... Jane's hat. Yes, I know Jane in Firefly. Right, hold on. Back to my face. I'm going to see if I can find these things. Right. Oh, there is actually the there's a thing up here showing a Jane hat pattern. Oh, right. I'll just get the picture. I'll bring pictures up. I don't want to bring up people's copyright stuff. So Jane hat, and we'll show you the hat, Mum, and then you can see if. See, these are the kind of things, because it's from a show. Mum wouldn't be able to make these and put them in her shop, but if you requested a custom make, let's put this up, if you requested a custom make of something from somebody, can you make me a hat like this, then it's okay. I don't remember that hat in the show at all, but there we go. So yeah, that's cool. So it's a kind of, it looks like two tones of orange with the ears coming down and a big bobble on top. That's awesome. So, Mum, do you think you could make a hat like this? I think you could make a hat like this. It's an ear flap hat in a kind of rainbow colours. Oh, that is so cute as a baby Jane hat. They're so cool. Yeah. That's brilliant. Yes, and Wendy does sell her her things. Wendy, actually, you're a mod, so you can post links to your own shop. Feel free, because we're talking about you. So yes, Wendy has a shop and awesome work. Oh wow! I didn't know he had lights in him as well. I think we'll see it later. Wendy did a spider with lights in its egg thingy bob. And the ghost lights up too. I'm loving your use of lights in the stuff. Yep. So mum could do that kind of hat. So if you guys if you want to message her and sort that out. Wendy, yeah, I saw the baby in the hat. Let's just quickly go back to that. Where did it go? Where'd the baby? That is so adorable, isn't it? It's very cute. Yes. Anyway, just look more at Wendy. I don't know what that is, but it's brilliant. So it looks like some kind of leggy creature with cross eyes and fangs and genius multicolour locks. Wendy, that is so cool. Megan goes to Christmas Past. Yeah, it could well be. So Wendy's doing the whole Christmas Carol. Fantastic. Yeah, I love the stuff around him is all silk. Awesome. Wendy, that's a great job. The last one. I know everybody's on a picture before the one I'm looking at. Because of delay in streaming, that's just how it works online. But yeah, Wendy, you have to tell me what this creature is. That totally made me smile. Everything's like, Wendy, your work just makes me smile. It's so much fun. And I love the multicolored locks. Alright, next. Oh, there's another angle of this. That is brilliant. I could just see that as a kind of costume for a kid as well, because you just like tights and fluffy slippers and then that is so cute. Trolls are fun. Yes. Is this a troll? Am I missing what I'm supposed to know again? When it was the poor dog you saw on Google and made a creature like him. I think I know exactly. Like it's like the world's ugliest dog competitions, which is so sad, but it's usually won by some kind of Chinese crested cross thing, because much as Chinese crested are, they're kind of bald dogs with the hairdo that make them look like they should be in 80s bands. And when you get crosses of them, their teeth seem to go very odd and cross-eyed, and yes, I know exactly what you mean. But thankfully they're much loved, but strange looking little dogs sometimes. So yeah, I can totally see that with the cross eyes and the I never know, is it an overbite or an underbite where your jaws sticks out further than it should do, your bottom jaw. But or chihuahuas, Judy. Yeah, I think a problem really comes when we try and breed animals down too small and we're only aiming for the size and not thinking of keeping a healthy dog in there. I know some chihuahuas and they're awesome wee dogs, but we really have to stop breeding them so much that like their eyeballs don't fit properly and stuff. That's not right. I think a healthy chihuahua is super cute, but we've got to stop messing around. That's my rant. Wendy, I love head in a jar. And you've got fancy coloured lights. I'm jealous. Apparently, I was told the other day that the secret to success on YouTube is fancy coloured lights. And they even, I'm not going to do it because it's far too expensive and a fun gimmicky thing. But for those of you that run YouTube channels, what they've started doing, you can get smart coloured lights. What the world comes into, that you can have internet connected coloured lights, and you can set it up through your live stream on YouTube so that certain things that your commentators do, so like if someone does a super chat or someone likes something or someone says a certain word, you can set it up to trigger so that you guys could actually change the color of my lights and stuff, or anything that's internet connected. You guys could affect those kind of things. It sounds freaky and too much the too technical for me, but it does sound kind of fun. You could set it up so that you guys can have stuff going off and everything. Oh, Wendy, yeah, underbite. Thank you. One of my pack has that, so it's just his front teeth, not his canines. Yeah, some can have it a little bit. I think just so long as we're not aiming for trying to make them like that. Like, I love my little crossbreeds that turn up as they turn out. Um, oh, Wendy, those were just $23. I'm assuming because you're not from here, on Amazon for 16 foot for 2 sets. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm tempted. I do like coloured lights. The only thing is when they were talking about colour lights and stuff, I was thinking of my set upstairs for all my videos. Well, I've got rainbow bricks in the background. I've got myself. I can't really add more colours into that mix. I think we've done colourful enough. But I could actually, down the back of the sofa, a coloured strip would be kind of cool. That might be fun. Although you guys would totally mess about with me, wouldn't you? I would just be like, it would be like a disco sending us all into epilepsy for changing the colours. But it does sound fun. But yeah, sorry, again, head in the jar with the lights. Very awesome work. And I see you were trying to do the tinfoil thing as well, which I think really works for that picture. It makes it look kind of sci-fi horror all at the same time. Wendy, you're funny. I do. Well, I make myself laugh, which is worrying. Oh, I like that too, actually, when we go from the blue light and everything, but this way more silver, it looks monochromatic, but the eyes and the lips just showing up. Wendy, your pictures are getting so much better. I know it's really difficult thing. I found photographing your felties is so difficult. Oh, Wendy, all my dogs, you 5 are rescues, are either Chihuahuas or Chihuahua crossbreeds. Oh, do you watch, there's a channel on YouTube, Kiko Pup, and her, Kiko, the main dog from it, is a Chihuahua, and she is so clever. She has other dogs as well now, but Kiko was the founder of the channel. Wendy failed. What have you failed? Where have I got lost in the conversation? But you've not failed. Wendy's never failed. Wendy, you need to make the cats from Fantastic Beasts. They have glowy eyes. Oh, that's a great idea, Megan, to use the lights glowing out of eyes. I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts, but glowy eye cats. That sounds like a genius idea. Then you'd have to sort of felt the face hollow and sneak the lights into it or something, but well, I'm thinking, no, Wendy, you think about it. You've got to, this is this is your thing. Oh, slap the like button. Thank you so much. Cats are your kryptonite. Wendy, they're not at all. It just takes practice. You've seen some of the messes I've made. That's why I did that whole series, and we'll do some more cats later. And the tinfoil was a fail. I don't think it was a fail. The problem is you were following what Wendy had seen was a photographer talking about this, and the advice given is really good advice, but the problem is that you need a super good camera to be able to do it. So it's putting scrunched up tinfoil at a distance and getting the bokeh effect so that your image is nice and sharp and the background blurs out. But it takes a bit of practice with fancy cameras a bit. I can only just about manage it with my camera. But I don't think it's a fail at all, because I think that's still a really cool effect by itself. It gives a sort of creepy sci-fi vibe. It's not what you thought, but it's cool. Is that a cat, Judy? My mum had one that cried tears for coffee. That is awesome. And here, this is what I spoke about. The spider with the glowing egg sac. That is... Oh, that's taken spiders, which are creepy, and adding a whole extra creepiness to it, which is so cool. But I think it's a great job as well. I so meant to make a spider this year for a Halloween series, but I ran out of year for this year. Just everything has been totally... Yeah, the year's gone way too quickly. So yeah, I ran out of time to do too much Halloweeny things, which I'm so annoyed about. Megan, which I'm assuming is to Wendy, so I totally agree. You can do it. I can't make dogs. I love making cats. My best dog was my Kelpie. She's a border collie. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss there, Megan. Yeah, my two are collie crosses probably. And you can't do dogs, but you love making cats. Wow. I have to agree with Wendy that I find cats so much harder, but I suppose I have made, must be well over 1,000 dogs and maybe about 50 cats, so it makes sense that I might be better. Although, hang on. I've just done a cat and I'm kind of pleased. I haven't showed the owner, the cat person, the owner of the cat, so I hope they like it. But I've just finished a cat that I've got to get pictures done of him. I have to check that we're actually in frame, and I think he's not bad. It's a cat with a kind of narrowed in face, so it was a bit hard to do, but this is my attempt at cats. So I'm kind of happy with him, so I'm getting better, and it's a bigger cat than I normally make, but I really hope they like the little cat. So yeah, I think I'm slowly getting there with cats. But yeah, cats are not easy. Thank you, Wendy. Oh my goodness. Thank you. No, I'm happy with that. I just hope the customer likes it. Cats take me twice as long as dogs, though. I mean, I'm forever just felting and going, is this cheek right? Is this eyeball right? Whereas with dogs, it's just like, yeah. Thank you, guys. Oh, here we go. More glowing egg sac. That is such a... Wendy, you had such a good idea with that. It is so cool. And there he is without the lights on. I think it's cool because it's kind of, oh, here's a creepy spider. This is all creepy. And look, it's got the egg sac. And then, ah, terrifying. Oh, thank you, guys. That's also nice of you. Oh, here's a little display. Yes, I think it's your witch with your pumpkin and your cat. See, you can make cats. I knew that was a cat. A cat on a pumpkin. That is super cute. And looks so well felted as well, actually. That hat looks solid. Which is a strange thing to compliment people on, but felters will know what I mean. Because you start out, and it's finding the balance. You start out, and most of us end up with things that are way, way, way too fluffy. And then you go through a phase of making them way, way, way too solid, and then you end up with just right. Oh, still looking at me. Thank you, Wendy. Sorry. Right, that should... Oh, I knew I was going to mess that up sometime. Yeah, okay, so let's go back. Yes, the spider. Sorry, I'm talking about your stuff and you're just seeing my ugly mug. Yes, and the spider with... Oh, I never even like how many eyes. How many eyes are a spider supposed to have? But 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's got about 10 eyes there. That's awesome. Right. And then back, yes. So here's the thing I was talking about, the witch and the pumpkin and the cat, and everybody can see that's definitely a cat, so you can make cats, but I know the faces, they're just hard. They're not dogs. Megan started felting, made people's cats and dogs they lost to help them keep that love. Yeah. Megan, I totally agree. I feel the same. I do mainly commissions, and it's so much harder when people like message and go, "We've just lost this dog or cat. Can you make us one?" It just feels like I have to make this so much extra perfect. But I love to do it when you get the messages that people are in tears and everything. It's bittersweet. There's the word. It's bittersweet. Wendy, I love your mug. So my ugly mug or my merch mug? Sorry. Yeah. Megan the spider is scary good. 8 eyes, that is scary. I agree, guys. Wendy, yeah, it's so much pressure. It's pressure we put on ourselves because it's just so much more special, you know, and you're trying to get it right. Judy Minotaur. I can't say that word, but the bull person thing. Min, min, can't say it. Judy, are you still behind us? I think that's for the charming charming Chihuahua. Oh wow, have I been talking for too long? The charming Chihuahua cross with Chinese crested type dog thing. Yeah, your lovely mugs. Thanks, Wendy. Oh, close up of this. Yeah, I'm loving this. It's so cool. We're getting different. Oh, even closer. Hey. And see, you can do cats. I'm not letting you say you can't do cats again, Wendy. That is definitely cats. Oh, Wendy, yeah, that's so much harder making them for a friend because that's even more important and special. I had the same the other week. A good friend of mine lost her dog, and in fact, she didn't commission me to make it. I chose to make it, so there's less pressure, but still, it's horrible. It really is. Um, right, Wendy, you're gonna. I looked at this and I thought, is that like a gourd type thing? But I'm thinking, is that a chicken? I can't see an angle. Sorry, Wendy. I can't see the angle properly. I wonder, is that like the head and feathers? But it's colourful and awesome. I'm hoping there's a different angle and I'm not sounding. No, I'm sounding stupid. I always sound stupid. I know that. Oh, Megan, we have a dog going down 12 years in April, Mum's dog Daisy, but I know she'll always be with us. Oh, lovely. Yes. They are part of your family. My my Ben here sitting beside me that you can't actually see, but he's right. I bet you will wake up when I try and do this. But it's ever so cute, so I have to try and share it. Right, let's see if I can do this. We're going for a walk with the camera because he's sitting there sleeping, but can I zoom in? This is old school zooming in because he's sleeping. Oh no, I think that's the extent. Yeah, he's sleeping with his wee tongue poking out. Can you see that? That is so cute. I don't even know if you can actually hear me just now, but there's Ben asleep with his little tongue poking out. It's not often. Oh, I think I just woke him up. He's on the move now. But hiya, are you waking up now? There we go. Ben got his chance to star in a YouTube video. Right, back to me first of all. Is that working? I think that's kind of working. Right, back to Wendy. Back to the chat. Yes. Wendy, so sorry you lost yours as well. Megan chose to make for all my people, sent my first one, and the mail didn't tell my friend. Oh, you snuck it to your friend. She didn't know. Wendy loves me some Ben. Ben's probably a collie cross. He's a pound special. He don't really know what he was. he was actually in the dogs trust, the dog rescue, tiny puppy. He was less than 8 weeks old when I got him from the rescue, so we have no idea what his parents or anything are. But yes, he is a little sweetie. He's shy covering his nose. Yeah. It's funny, I know a lot of my friends, their dogs sleep with the tongue poking out like that, but Ben's never done that before, so we shared something brand new. And yes, I got this right that it was a gourd with colourful leaves. I don't feel so dumb now. Yes, it's the right. I've got it. Because it was that bit of the leaf, right? Bear with me, guys. It was the bit of the leaf I thought was kind of like a cresty bit on top of the chicken's head, and I saw. I think that's just a fold in the sack that looked a bit like a beak, and then I thought of all these beautiful colours as the, I don't know what you call them, but the cresty thing on the bird's head some more. So just if you see that. Judy, yes, he is small. He's both of mine are about 10 kilos, so they're about half size of an actual collie. But they're very collie like. Yeah, Rosanni, love the gourd, and yes, everyone, I love me. I love me my Ben. Everywhere I go, there's a Ben. And he's going to be 12 in March. We'll have to have a Ben birthday party. But yeah, that's a fantastic gourd, and I'm glad I got it right. So yeah, when you look when it's that way up, definitely right. Wendy says it looked obscene standing up, so she didn't like it. Oh boy. And I'm saying nothing. Megan, my Lucy is all rescue. She's a Cavalier mix. That's all I was told, and she has Chihuahua nose. She covered it and hates every Chihuahua she's met. Chihuahuas can be feisty wee things for sure. I A funny thing, my dog Mia dislikes a lot of other dogs on first sight, but see the little tiny feisty ones like the Chihuahuas and anything that runs at barking. I've had far too often wee dogs off the lead will come up barking away, and I'm just like, I'm stood there going, Mia's going to kill this dog, and it will come up going for the fight, and Mia will jump up and go, "Hey, yeah, I love you, I want to play," and it's just, you're just looking like you tried to fight a horse statue the other day, and you want to play with this tiny feisty thing. No idea, but yeah, that's dogs for you. There's no rhyme or reason. Wendy, another one she had to fiddle with because no matter what you did, it looked bad. Okay, shall we? I love the colours. I love the colours. No, I know the feeling. I've had that's my problem with doing noses. Never managed to do noses because they always look bad. Baldwin Leatherworks, Wendy Taylor, your work is amazing. I totally agree. She's doing fantastic work. All of your talent, you've got to run. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been great fun. Um, Judy, yeah, little man syndrome, absolutely. Yes, a lot of, I think with the little dogs, my thinking has always been let's move on from awesome turkey. Um my thought has always been with dogs. Like my friend has Limburgers, which are, they weigh more than me. They're massive dogs and they're so lovely and placid. And I'm thinking that if you had a dog of that size as a pet and it was as feisty as a Chihuahua, you just wouldn't be breeding from it. That it's just not safe. Whereas sadly, so many people look at a little dog like a Chihuahua kicking off and think, oh, that's so cute. And you don't realise they're under the same stress. They're still as panicking as it would be with a big dog. But people get away with it because it's easier to deal with a little dog, which is a shame. But it does mean that the little ones tend to be more feisty and the big ones tend to be more placid. Not in all breeds. Unfortunately, German Shepherds are getting a bit more feisty, which is not a good thing. Um, Wendy, your daughter's dog is 12 and he's a feisty little guy. Yeah, Mia's about 11, and that is one thing people talk about. If you've got a dog that's reactive or got these things, you know, you can do things to fix them. And I'll say you can do things to improve them, but they're always going to be on the feisty side. That's their nature. You can introduce them to loads of dogs, you can teach them coping strategies, but it's their natural thing is that they're a bit feisty, so you've got to manage the situation. I do love the turkey. That is so much fun. And using the curls for the thing and the tail thing. I'm so good with words. Everything's a thing, but that's awesome. And oh, I was hoping for a front view. I wanted to see his thing and his thing. But very awesome. And we have a white pumpkin. That's looks very elegant as a white. It's very cool. And see, cat on a pumpkin. So Wendy can do cats. I'm not listening to her saying she can't. He's a Chihuahua and he thinks he's a Doberman. I like Doberman. I don't see many of them about here. Oh, Wendy, the witch and the bat silhouette against the moon on the pumpkin. Very awesome. Jackie, my German Shepherd's the daftest thing going and is terrified of my Jack Russell. Yeah, my friend's just got a German Shepherd puppy. I'm hopefully going to go up and see him this week. I love German Shepherds. They were like my second favourite breed ever, but Mia's racist. Mia absolutely hates German Shepherds. And so if I see any coming in the distance, I have to do an about turn. The good news is when she meets one as a puppy, she tends to like them, and then as they grow up she still likes the dog, so I'm hoping if she meets my friend's puppy then it'll all be cool. But yeah, I love German Shepherds. It's just a shame that Mia doesn't. And I think the ones with a good temperament, the ones that are terrified of Jack Russells, I love that. But the ones with a good temperament, I remember German Shepherds from my childhood, and they're like these gentleman giants of dogs. They were just so chilled and everything, but they seem to be going a bit more nervy, which I don't like. Wendy, I'm killing you. Sorry. I need to define you. Wendy B and Wendy T. So Wendy B, yeah, I love the pumpkins. I think they're great. Megan, our German Shepherd Husky mix. Lovely mix. There's a couple of them in our street. They look beautiful. There's a sweet baby, but if any other animals come in our yard, she doesn't like it. Lots of training they require. Yeah, the German Shepherds were bred quite a lot to be guardy, which is a good thing, but it's obviously difficult as well. Rosanne, yeah, love the cat and the pumpkin and the witch too. Jackie, yeah, the floppy ear stage is pups and the floppy paw stage. My friend that's just got the puppy, it's not quite sprouted up the flipper paws and everything yet. But another friend of mine's also got one of the other puppies, and they're kind of doing ear watch, going, both ears are up today, one ear's up, is the left ear up? And it's awesome fun to see. Yeah, love in the witch on the pumpkin, and just a plain one. I like the orangey green curls, yellowy green curls. Very good. Oh, there we go. Yay, front of the turkey. Thank you. It's just not in the order, but cool. Thank you, Wendy. That is so much fun. Oh, Megan, one blue eye, one brown eye your dog has. Oh, I always wanted a dog with mismatched eyes. I think that looks so cool. When I was a kid, I just remember just one scene, a proper split faced like collie cross, and it had, like the black side and then a white side and a blue eye and a brown eye, and I just thought that looked awesome. It's like two different dogs. Really cool. And it used to be a saying, farmers used to say that with collies for sheepdogs, they call it a wool eye if it's a different colour, and they liked that because they said it meant that one eye was kept on the sheep and the other was kept on the shepherd, which is rubbish, but it's a cool thought. So, spider gathering all these ware all together. That's brilliant. All your pumpkins and the gourds and the trolley chihuahua wee dog chihuahua. They're awesome. Santa in his underwear. Oh, yes, I remember you put that picture up. Facebook's asking to tag the page. It's just getting too clever at recognising faces and things. That's awesome. Yes, Santorini's undies. I love seeing in process pictures of things. That's so cool. And knitting. Are we? Oh, I think is this for your gran? The wise woman shawl. There's the word I'm looking for. I think that might be what this is. Lily Tree's here. Hi there, Lily. How you doing? Right. I should. Lily, say something again. Right. Something I should have done a while ago. And for those of you that haven't checked out, you do need to check out Lily Tree's channel for wire wrapped jewelry tutorials. That's actually for the witch you just finished. Ah, cool. But very, very good job, Wendy. We're having a look at Wendy's Facebook page, which is, what is it? Purple Frog Treasuries Handmade with Love. Oh yes, she's lovely. Yeah, I remember her with her lantern and stuff. Awesome work. Ah, Lily's just back from delivering to an art show. Oh, fantastic. Best of luck with that. That sounds like so much fun. Yes, I remember this guy so much with her basket and her lantern. Yes, there's the lantern. I love all the detail you put into things, Wendy, and the use of lights is fantastic. And the faces, your faces are great. I love you've even like felted little wrinkles into the mouth, which is great, like little old woman. And then the face, like we say, has your style with the giant cute cheeks and a big old nose. Brilliant. I love this witch. I think we have to make this witch the last thing. Yeah, Lily, give you a wrench because Lily has her own YouTube channel doing fantastic, and we're trying to. I say we like it's other people. I'm trying to force Lily into doing some kind of live stream or a premiere type event. So I've given you a wrench so that you're a moderator now. So that gives you the start of the feel for doing a live stream thingy. I love her from the back. I don't know why. I just think it's so cute. It's just all so right, and with the light, that's just fab. And she's so big as well. You do such fab big work. I can't work in that scale. I get bored too quickly when I go too big, because when you do little things, it's sort of every stab's making a difference. With big things, it's like, yeah, I've got a week of stabbing this belly. That sounds weird. Wendy. Wendy B, love the use of lights. Yeah, I agree. I think it's fantastic. I want to go out and buy some little lights because that just totally finishes it off and gives a extra cool, spooky, sweet touch to it. Ah, felting onto stuffs. That's cool. Is that a bag? I think. But that's nice. It's little butterflies and a flower, and then curly grass. Wendy's the queen of the curly locks, definitely. Yeah, that's so cool. And picture, yes, I remember seeing this before. This is gorgeous. Out of a window with a river and trees and birds and hills. That's so cheerful. Oh wow! I don't think I've seen that. And what have you got? Is there kind of a wee witchy thing there? And a path of buttons. How clever! Buttons for a path, and a spooky tree. That's awesome. There's the button pad. That I love that, and because so many people collect buttons as well, and it adds a cute, creepy. It's kind of a Tim Burton twist to something to do a button path. I I think. Oh, and look, the tree's got a fairy door. Yeah, so that's her little fairy house. Awesome. Right, this it's a fairy. I was figuring that out. Thank you, Wendy. Um, Lily's been thinking about doing some larger copper pieces, but yeah, it seems like a lot of work. Yeah, I think that's the thing. When you work in little scale, then things just come together. But I think larger copper pieces would be fun to have a go at. You definitely give it a try. Yes. Wendy got the buttons for free, so throw them in and stuff. I think it really works. I think a fairy would use buttons in her path. I absolutely think so. And yes, it's a fairy house. That is awesome. It looks like she's got some little gems on her shoes as well. Can't really see what's going on with that picture, but I love the blue feel. It's got a great feeling to it. I don't know how you did that, but very cool. Oh, and purple. Is it, oh, lights. Have you used the coloured lights there, aren't you? I get it. That's because there's like fibres there to make it look like light through the clouds and stuff. Very cool. Green. Oh, cool. Yes, it's in a wee lantern. What a genius idea. Because I've seen those things in some of the shops and stuff, and they're not. That some of them are pretty inexpensive. That's a great idea to make a little world in there. Oh, Wendy, I love that idea. It's the lights, yes. Oh, fab. And I can see it's a fairy now. And lovely purples. Purples and blues. Perfect colours. Yeah, that is such a good idea to make worlds like that. Yeah. See, that's the only problem. See, when I look at all your pages and your shops and stuff, I'm going like, I want to have a go at that. I want to do that. I want to make this. And you got the locks for free. Fantastic. And Megan, your great grandma always had a jar of buttons. I want to get a jar. Yeah, I think a lot. It was a kind of grandma thing, wasn't it? It makes sense. You collect all the buttons, so when you're making stuff or fixing clothes up, you can dive into the button jar. Yeah. But yeah, that's so cool. It's a close up of her. I love her little headband. It's like a little hippie fairy. Cute. And little gems on her shoes and a little collar-y thing. Lily, I know exactly. Get inspired. And have you tried? Yeah, Lily. Idea for you. Have you seen the like wire bonsai tree things? I think that's fab fun. I've always wanted to do one where you twist off the stalks like lots of wire and then the branches come out. Yeah, a wire bonsai tree. In fact, that would be kind of cool for a felting tree as well, to do it with all the wire and then felt the ends on. There we go. Ideas. And there's her hair. It is beautiful hair. I'm loving that. And purple. Always love purple. The collar was a broken earring. What a genius idea. I'm going to keep all my broken nonsense. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, brilliant. What a great use of stuff. She is so adorable. Yes, she's got her little, I don't know, is it wings or is it like a seat coming out behind her? I'm not sure. And her locks and her little toes. And a great idea for the earring. Loving it. Megan's your great granny did tatting and you wanted to learn after my grandma passes. No one else does it, so you want to learn to carry it on. Oh yeah, totally. I love tatting. I've seen people do it and I've wanted to try it, but there's not enough hours in the day. But it is a beautiful looking hobby. Lily Tree made a wire tree once, a lot of wrist action. Yeah, I guess I can see that. Did you film it? Have you've got to film one? Feather chair, fantastic. I knew it was some kind of feather thing, but I was trying to figure out feather chair. That makes so much sense. And what a cute idea! A purple feather chair. Purple feather chair. Megan, your daughter would love it. Yeah, I think she's gorgeous. Wire tree's hard. I can imagine it would be. Anything with wires hard. I struggle. You've probably noticed in some of the videos when I'm making an armature for things, especially like the humanish figures, the wires just keep on getting in the way of each other all the time. It is such a pain. So yeah, Lily, I can't your skill is amazing that basically you don't just get stabbed in the face with excess wires all the time. Needle tatting. Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one. That sounds cool, Judy. Oh, and your seal. I remember seeing the seal before. He is super. That face. Everybody's got to love that face. It's so cute. And is that fishing line you're using for the whiskers? I really should do whiskers more. I just never get round to it. I'll order in some more fishing line. It does finish it off. But yeah, his expression is so cute. Great job. Lily will stick it on the list. I know. It's like I get that. I'm sure you're the same because Lily has a fantastic YouTube channel and does all her work. Does all her work on there, and you have a fantastic load of followers, and I bet you get the same as me, and it's in the comments and people go, make this, make this, make this, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, I want to make that, and I want to make that, and yeah, I've run out of time. So I have a whole list of things I know I have to make, and I'm sure, Lily, you're just the same. Oh, they're paintbrush bristles. What a good idea. Yeah, they work. Yeah, I've not heard of the needle tatting, but this sounds cool. Lily has stabbed herself with a wire a few times. I don't feel so bad. I don't want you injured, but yeah, I don't feel so bad about that then. Ooh, ooh, what's this gonna be? Is that the base for it? Is this the making of it? That's the base for your fairy wonderland, I think. And a sleepy mouse, is it? I was just looking at the wishing shed videos of the sleeping bunnies. They are so cute. I want to make a sleeping bunny now. I haven't made any sleeping animals. Right, we all have to make a sleeping animal. Have to think of a sleeping animal to felt along. Oh, that is so cute. We got a buttercup tiara. Is that what that is? Wendy uses horse's hair. Yep, I've got some horse's hair as well. I can't seem to get it to stick in very well. I'm not very good at that. That is so cute, Wendy. Sleepy mouse. Ah, so that was his nest, right? Totally makes sense. And we've come round to we're back to December, although this was done in April. That thing that I forgot the name of it that begins with a T again, but he's very cool. Right, guys, I think actually that I didn't realise how long we'd went on. I've been enjoying myself too much today. But Wendy, yes, your little gnome guy is so cool. Oh, Wendy makes sleeping mice and puts them around town for people to find. That is so cute. That's lovely. And Megan made the sleeping bunnies and mice and want to make a sleeping skunk. Oh, genius. That sounds so cute. And also, you want to look at it from afar and not not touch it because it's a skunk. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, I have to think of a sleeping animal that nobody's made yet. I'm just going like lazy. Sleeping snake. That would be. But oh, sleeping dragon. Has anyone made a sleeping dragon? We have to make sleeping dragons. Right, there we go. That's my thing. Magdalena has to make another work call. No problem. Thank you so much for joining us. But get back to work. Most important. Yeah, we're just finishing up anyway. I think I've rambled on for this is I think the longest one I've ever done. But Wendy, thank you so much for letting us look at your work, and everyone, thank you so much for joining in the chat and keeping me going, because it makes it so much easier when I've got you guys to chat to. So right, yes, remember the stuff we have to do: sleeping skunk, sleeping chipmunk, and a sleeping dragon is going to be on the cards. I have to make a sleeping dragon. And Magdalena, yes, thank you, everyone. Hit the like button before you leave. Oh no, Jackie, the wishing shed has a sleeping dragon. Right. Lily, dragon is not beyond you. We'll find a simple one. Right, Jackie, what I'll do, I will make and design in my head a sleeping dragon before I look at the wishing shed one. So because if I look at hers, then mine will be the same, if that makes sense, even when I'm trying not to be. So I won't look at hers. I'll make my dragon, and then we'll look at hers and see how it works out. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining in. This has been so much fun, and yeah, I have no idea what videos I'm making next week, so I can't tell you what's happening in the week, but I look forward to hanging out with you all. Thank you all so much. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.